Alright, hi there everybody. Oh, sorry about that. Just good advice. Don't try to talk too fast when you've just gotten out of bed. Oh, jeez. Okay, I have a new TV here and a new sound system. Well, it's not really a sound system so much as it's 3 speakers, but still. I'm not even sure what brand it was. Dad told me he wouldn't trust this brand that we bought it from, but then I told him I wouldn't trust the brand that we bought the other computer speakers from that we were using over here. So these appear to be working pretty good. It has this little control pod thingy. Pretty nifty. The whole top is the volume knob too. Anyway, I'm going to be installing Windows 3.1 on Falcon Northwest Fragbox 1. So, oh yeah, this is my new TV. So glad it has a VGA input because I was getting sick of trying to video my tiny computer monitor. I'm playing it like Danicoot 1 or whatever the heck. Because doesn't he use a TV on his Packard Bell? Yeah, I thought he had a little TV that was about this size, about the size of the shape of a computer monitor, and he just put it on top of his Packard Bell. Okay, anyway, so first thing we need to do is I need to F-disk it. Let's get that done. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me just tip it down. Sorry, I haven't gotten it all worked out perfectly yet. It didn't actually go off. It just went into standby mode, kind of like a computer monitor. Okay, so now I'll adjust the camera more if I need to. But anyway, so I need to F-disk it, so I'm going to pop in this disk, first setup disk, and quit the setup and run F-disk. So, okay, just put the disk in. Come on, TV. That's silly. There we go, finally. And the funny thing is, only this part is stretched. Like, Windows isn't ever stretched. I don't get that, but F-disk. Let's F-disk it. MS-DOS 6. It's a nice little confirmation thing. Just make sure you're doing the right one. You have to enter the exact volume label, and if you enter the wrong one, then it just will, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it won't delete it. Okay, let's just turn it off. Now let's turn it back on, because we missed the post the first time. Yeah, it's pretty old. Got it from Legal Shield. It was meant to be recycled, but 4 of these things were in a box, and they were banned from the network because they didn't have the security software on them, so we were allowed to take them home. It took a long time to start MS-DOS 6 off of a floppy disk. 5, not so much. Okay. Well, yeah, you can read that fine. I was thinking about switching it to monochrome mode during the setup if you were having trouble reading it, but it's seeing the colors a little bit lighter than they should be, but it seems to be working. Here. Just says, Microsoft MS-DOS 6.22 setup, formatting hard disk drives. You configured some or all of your hard disk space for use with MS-DOS. This space is being formatted now. Formatting drive C. 45% of drive formatted. So it's actually only formatting 2 gigs out of a 40 gig drive. So if we want to, we could create pretty much as many partitions as we wanted. We could make 20 partitions to be exact, actually. Well, that is the max drive space. Because it has to use FAT16. Alright, so this is correct. Install. Yeah, so in case you haven't noticed, every single disk I use on a physical machine is home burned or home written because actually I had to get them off the internet so I could use them. Also, in case people were wondering, how did I get a working home burned MS-DOS setup disk? Well, as simple as this. Installed it with an image onto a virtual machine, then used the disk copy tool to copy all of the files from the setup disks onto physical disks. Why do you have to use disk copy? Because just copying the files doesn't work. Not sure why. Also, just copying the files, the setup won't recognize it. So, yes, it's very important that you use a disk copy tool. So, yeah. Also, you have to delete everything off of the disk before you can use the disk copy tool. Because it seems like it'll just sit there spinning the physical disk, and you'll have to shut down the virtual machine if there's stuff on it. So you have to totally wipe the disk before you use disk copy. Oh, what do you know? So, yeah, it installs pretty fast with a 7200 RPM drive. It's weird to think that there's a 7200 RPM 40 gigabyte drive in there. Although, kind of makes sense because smaller drives, generally you can't get them slower. Bigger drives, generally can't get them faster. But you can get them kind of in between faster and kind of medium big. So. Seems like now you can't get even 500 gigs that's not fast. And you can't even really get 200 gigs, period. My laptop has 200 gigs in it, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. Some people would say this is an insult to the Fragbox, because it's not a very good use of its power. Yeah, so this part is one of the longest parts. The Windows setup doesn't even take quite this long. So I think we're almost done. There's just a couple of last things I gotta do before I can install Windows, after I get this all set up. So yeah. Okay, so once I take the discs out, what's new with the command prompt? Let's try that. I've never done that before. So. Okay, so I don't get it. Okay, so that was it, apparently. Let's install the DOS 6.22 supplemental utilities. Okay, so let's take this disc out. Let's press the power button. Now let's turn it back on. So, doesn't appear to be any delay. My TV had a delay at first, so just checking. guy who gave me this driver, if you're watching this, thanks. Okay, so now I just must restart. I'm going to organize my disks again. Get them out of the way. Now for Windows 3.1 CD edition. Control-Alt-Delete. Bandicoot 1. Just thought that was so funny. I guess we're just going to have to Control-Alt-Delete our way out of this. So now that the CD-ROM driver has been installed, we must insert the Windows 3.1 CD-ROM. Okay, so now and I thought CDs were slow. Obviously not. Seems like my TV knows when it's like a DOS display, so it stretches it because generally it's not going to be that noticeable with DOS. But then when it goes into Windows or something, it doesn't stretch it anymore. I think that's cool. So Access had set up printers very well. I'll just say no. Great, now that stupid song from first grade stuck in my head. Hey, oops, no. No. Bad kitty. Sorry. I have that stupid song from first grade stuck in my head now. It wasn't exactly a stupid song, it was just repetitive and annoying. It was actually a good song because we were like learning about drugs and how you shouldn't use them. And then it was just constantly saying, just say no to drugs and alcohol, pretty much. That was pretty much it. It's kind of a weird song. Oh yeah, we all know how to use a computer mouse. Take this out. Turn in MS-DOS. I don't have the mouse driver disk. I can't find it. I left it somewhere in my room, but for now, let's just wing it. It was so much harder to use this version of the editor. I mean, think about it. How easy is it to use the Windows 95 editor, even if you don't have a mouse? Because you can use the arrow keys on pretty much everything. You don't have to constantly press tab. I'm going to try to install 95 on this thing sometime, but I doubt we can. Just for the sake of, too much RAM. We can try it sometime. Maybe we can tinker around with the BIOS settings and see what we can So now we have gotten this DOS shell. Ugh. Yeah, I'm definitely not liking that. Yeah, that was insane. It's like my TV can't show graphics mode? I'm confused. Oh boy. Maybe the Fragbox can't. Anyway, let's get started. Literally. Let's get Windows started. Okay, so now Windows 3.1. This will probably bring back memories for some. There's some people who liked the old operating systems. It's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Okay, some of you didn't know, you can close stuff in the program manager just by clicking minimize, because that's when you close them, it actually minimizes them anyway. Why do I keep sneezing this morning? Startup, notifications. You know, let's play a little solitaire. You know, why not? That was a quote from Dan Coote, so. This is a bad start to a game. I'm feeling. Alright, this is looking better. I think I accidentally bumped the camera. Let me check. Yeah, still looking good, though. You know what? I meant to turn the lights off. Here. You can probably see that a little better. The camera is recognizing the Queen's face and is trying to focus on it. That's ridiculous. Okay, turn that one over. Need a red 7. Yeah, this version of Solitaire doesn't like me as much. Doesn't have Spider Solitaire either, so to minimize Program Manager. As a matter of fact, let's not play Minesweeper right now. Let's change our settings. Colors. Arizona. You know, why not? I love that. Color scheme. I just absolutely love that color scheme. Because for one thing, I used to use it all the time on my Windows XP computer before I learned how to get the Windows XP graphics to come back. The system service called desktop themes kept getting turned off somehow. I didn't understand that. Let's not do a Starfield simulation, really. Phew. Can't I type today? Never had that problem. That was stupid. Hello, file manager. Somebody replied to a comment to me, and I said, like, okay, I'm going to install this on DOSBox now. It's installing Windows 3.1. And the guy said, say hi to Program Manager for me. I like it better than the Start menu. I just thought that was ridiculous. Okay, let's, just seem to be cutting off a little bit to the right. Oh well, not too much at all, but still. 5 plus 5 equals 10 times 2 equals 20 times 555 equals, whoa. Yeah, let's square 8. 64, yeah. Okay, what happens if we square, 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 square? Whoa. So yeah, let's cube it. Cubic. Yeah, I'm only really just learning exponents. I'm actually doing it in 6th grade math because I scored high enough on the achievement test last year that I got into Miss Large's classroom in 6th grade. So I'm actually only in 5th. Let's exit Windows, shall we? Whoa, it's really dark suddenly. You'll turn that light on. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.